question. What do you think is the biggest fear that the human race has? What you come up with? Do you suspect it might be death? I think it is. Now that's the funny thing, because there's two ways to be dead. Physically, to be dead, and also dead to yourself, because you don't know who you are, and you're down on yourself, and you're dead to yourself. You're dead to yourself. Two kinds of death. Well, let's look at them. If you're down on yourself, you're right. You're feeling dead. But to be dead, you'd have to wipe yourself out of the fact that you are a spirit being. You have to forget that you're a spirit being in order to believe that there is such a thing as death, because spirits don't die. They are eternal beings. God doesn't die, and God made you as a spirit being like God, and therefore you don't die either. I mean, what would God do? Hey, I'm going to create you, Robert, and have a ball, but I'm so sorry, it's only going to last this certain number of years, and after that you're gone. No thanks. Bad news. All you do is live out those certain couple of years, and you're just waiting for when God's going to strike you down, and you're done. Well, that fortunately is not the issue. You are an eternal being. Well, how do you know that you're an eternal being? How can you say that there is no death? Simple. God took me out of this world, and there I was, this eternal being. I was a spirit being. I didn't need my body, and I knew I'm not a body. I'm not a body. No way am I that body that I saw laying in that bed as I left it. And so, if I'm not my body, there is no death. If I'm a spirit being, there is no death. And that's what we are. And so even though in our human reasoning, in our human mind, we believe in death, and we see it all around us, this is all part of the belief of the dream. We have created a world of bodies in which this is now a world of death. In the world that God created, a world of beings, of spirit, life is in the spirit. The flesh is nothing. There is no death. And so you're choosing to still walk away from who you really are, and you have to ask yourself, if I continue to believe in death, why is it that I won't believe that I am a spirit being, and that there is this other dimension in which I live for all eternity in love and peace and joy and freedom? Why don't I believe in it? Because that's what's behind the belief in death. Well, the reason that you believe in it is because you're afraid to ask God whether or not it's true, because you're still down on yourself, and you're afraid God's going to say, you betcha, baby, there's death. You think I would make somebody like you to live for all eternity with the crumb bun that you are? Forget it, pal. I'll give you another year to pull your act together. Scary God. Scary God. But that's what our human mind does. It makes a scary God, and a scary God makes death, because that scary God will either kill you off physically, or kill you off by making you experience yourself as a piece of crud, as a nothing. These are the deaths. The solution to it is, Lord, you know how I feel about me, but I'm asking you, can you help me with the feelings about death? Or another prayer, Lord, I'm scared to death to ask you about death. Anything you can do for me? Or, Lord, I can't even use the word, but you know what I'm thinking. Any way you can help me with it? Or, Lord, is there really such a thing as death? If you want to, get a distance from yourself, you feel safer asking a theoretical kind of question. I don't care how you ask it. If you're looking at this little video here, you are making a move to overcome overcoming the belief in death. And I joyously tell you, and I can't make you believe it, but I joyously tell you, there ain't no death. I saw it with myself. I'm a spirit being. I'm a spirit being. And so are you. And that's why Jesus came into this world, to show you there is no death. But well, maybe it was a story. No. If you ask Him, or you want to see it with yourself, you're permitting God to be able to show you. God is prepping you to be able to realize there is no death, because that's what makes one of the crucial points for a disciple to believe, because they become fearless at that point. It doesn't make any difference if they're going to get martyred, knocked off, whatever. It doesn't make a difference to them, because they know there is no death. They have seen the existence of themselves and seen the existence of God, which happened with me when I got taken out. And you would realize God does not make something as death. If He creates you to be life, He would not create you to have death. Chase it. However, ask God, as part of that chase, would you please help me to chase this, because I don't even know how to do that. And I know it's scary, and I'm hoping you can help me. God will. Hope it's helpful to you. Take care.